Hi lovelies, I'm Christina with Sanctuary Within You, and I hope that you've had a good overall eclipse season. I know how intense it can be, also obviously depending on your placements, but at the end of it, now when we've gone through the last eclipse for this time, then that's when the breakthroughs have probably landed or insights landed and will continue to unfold. I took a break, as you might have seen last week, just to be in my own energy, focus on my one-on-one clients and support them, and then also focus on my own creative projects and the insights and the freedom and the opportunities that I needed to be with myself. So today I want to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do a card pull here for you with chakras. This is a tool that I've been using for a long time, since I started studying it, I should say, in 2004. And I do chakra energy sessions, and I do it in readings as well, both general readings, but also what I think is really cool is that depending on how we phrase the question, right? When we do a reading or when we do channeling with chakras, then we can go in and see how we are blocked, and then why, because they have that symbolism too. We are blocked in a certain way when we look at, for example, love, or when we look at money, or when we look at our own fulfillment or spirituality, whatever that is, or creativity, like what is underlaying there. And a chakra reading can simply help pinpoint where it is, and then we can use all the other tools to go into what that actually stands for in your specific life. So that's why I wanted to do that. So today I'm going to do a little bit shorter. My chakra readings are usually 45 minutes to really go into detail about it. So obviously today I'm going to do a little bit shorter. You're still going to have 3 different piles to pick from so that you can tune into one. I've pulled one kind of focus card for each crystal that I've chosen that you're gonna pick one from, and then we'll see. And because this is a little bit shorter reading, I'm gonna see what gets highlighted in 1 or 2 chakras, and it might be both for you, or you might resonate with one part of it. So I'm not gonna go through in detail all the chakras. I'm just gonna see what comes through in that reading for you and for what the crystal that you pick. And with that said, I have updated my schedule for one-on-one sessions. As I said, I do 45-minute chakra readings, and then I do 75-minute energy sessions. And in the energy sessions, we can do a quicker chakra reading, and then we go through and actually go in and move the energy around what's coming up in the reading. I straight channel so much too, so for you who've done sessions with me, you know that I'm using all of the stuff when especially in the energy sessions. But those are there for you if you want support now and through the holidays. Things are coming up for so many, not everyone, but relationship is something that comes up even more so around the holidays. So it could be really, really helpful and supportive to see where are you with this, and where's the patterns that you don't want to repeat, and so that you can distance yourself and having those insights as we are in these times. And actually, regardless of what times, I live such an energetic life. I follow astrology closely on a daily basis because it helps me understand so much and predict certain things as well. But it's more so about when we are ready to simply say yes, to be more in our own alignment, to be in our strength, and to simply get rid of, which is healing, the patterns that no longer serves us, that we don't want to keep repeating for whatever reason. And that's why I love the energy sessions, and that's why I go so deep with my mentorship clients as well, obviously, so we can get to the core pattern, so it can stop repeating itself all over our life, right? Anyway, so with that said, I'll put those links below. I just have a few days open for November, December, so make sure you grab them. And also, I am going to raise my prices quite significantly, about 25% with the readings, with energy sessions, and also with my 8 session mentorship later in November. So make sure that you catch them if you want to catch them for the current price. All right. So the crystals that you get to choose from today or the 3 different piles is red tiger eye, and it's malachite. This is a polished one, and then it's the lapis lazuli. So if you have a specific question, as I said, like specific area that you feel like I want to move this within me, you can just take a deep breath right now and just feel into that area and said, what pile is for me, what cards are for me for this time. Or if you just want to leave it general, you can leave it right in general and just follow your heart, follow your intuition. Don't let your mind come in and question it, okay? So just first instinct. And I'll try to remember to put timestamps as well. Actually, why don't I just do this? I'm going to put the pause right here. All right, so now we are at 6 minutes. Perfect. So pile number 1 is the red tiger eye. So then starting with the theme card, this one, that's beautiful. I chose this deck for the theme cards. It's the Thread of Fate. I love them. And so this is just the theme card. So this has to do with what I'm getting mostly, and as I said, this is a general reading, so it might resonate, it might not for you. Take what serves you. But what I'm getting with this mostly is that this is someone, you are someone. There are situations where you might have the higher perspective. You might see what's happening, but the person, this is kind of not a relationship, but just it shows up in relationships. The person that you are, I'm just seeing this vision of like the person that you are dealing with in this situation. Is probably not maybe ready to hear everything right now. Maybe it's not available to see a higher perspective, because I feel like that's what's coming in, or however that is. So I want for you, if you feel this, this might show up as simply a waste of energy, because that's what it is. If we keep trying to get through to someone or have someone see us or understand us that is simply not capable, then it's our responsibility to stop trying. You know, if you've tried, if you've been clear about things and you're not getting the response or you're not getting the conversation, you know, that's your responsibility to stop wasting your energy, to be truthful. So there's not always a time and space to speak your truth in the way that it might not always be well received. And that doesn't mean to hold in your truth. It's not what I'm saying at all. It's just be aware of where you're spending that energy and with whom and how, if it ends up being a waste of energy. Because sometimes we just want to get something from someone else, or we want someone else to understand, because it's especially when they're close ones, right? And it's simply not meant to be. It lost. Maybe not now. Maybe it is in a year. Maybe 5 years. Maybe never. Maybe in 2 weeks. Who knows? But just be aware of where you spend your time and energy that way. Okay. So now let's see how this. So this is probably going to come again in the chakra reading. Why you keep trying a little bit. I feel like. Then there might be other things coming up too. So let's see here where we are with heart, throat. Wow, I must say. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. Now now like I want to do a full reading, but I'm simply not going to do the full reading for each pile because that's going to take a long time. But these are amazing cards here. I'm just going to say them first for you who want to dive deeper, or for you that has already know tarot and want to look it up yourself. And then I'm going to go into just intuitively which ones I feel stand out to talk about here in this little shorter reading. Okay, so in your root chakra, you have the sun. this is like blessings. Whatever you've been doing to really anchor in, or you already have that foundation, it's just like blessings. It's like blessings are just coming to you more. You have a really good foundation in who you are and who you display to the world that you are as well. Either you're that or you're working on that. And if you're doing it, you're doing a darn good job to get the sun there. Okay. And your sacral chakra is the Knight of Pentacles. So that is also, I mean, the sacral chakra is creativity and it's money. And Knight of Pentacles, just like, steady work there. You will come into a lot of money doing what you're doing. It's also very like earthy, anchoring. It has to do with inner child healing too. So if the first didn't resonate with you, then it's like keep doing what you're doing, because you're healing something significant here too, and it's really going to pan out in the future. As I said, I'm just going to mention them. Like, they're all quite amazing. So I'll see which one pop up and I'm going to talk a little bit more of. Solar plexus is your self-confidence, really. And the High Priestess here is telling me that you are someone that already have a really beautiful portal. You might be called... And also no wonder with this card showing up here, because this is someone that has good wisdom and high perspective. So that where the High Priestess is like, you are that portal between the divine and this world, because that's who we are as human beings when we open that portal. So trust your intuition. It's a very intuitive card, and because you are, I feel like you've strengthened your solar plexus, your self-confidence so much, because you are either someone who is just simply like me, just like operate on your intuition, and I simply just never doubt my intuition anymore. Or you might be someone that is working on it, but are doing so good work with it. So keep doing that, because you're strengthening your confidence in who you truly are. In the heart chakra is the Queen of Swords, which for me, just quickly here, is someone like your intention, where you're going, and it's anchored in your heart, and so keep just focusing on those. I wouldn't even say goals, I said dreams. Well, Queen of Swords could be goals too, goals and dreams that are in alignment with your next level self, because you're just anchored here. And the High Priestess, like all of this is like, yeah, you're very anchored into your soul, I would say. So follow your heart, be intentional keep showing up for yourself from your heart, and take action. Definitely Queen of Swords is like action here. It's not like rash action. It's like, it's knowing that it's the embodiment of, okay, I'm intentional, and this is the step that I'm going to take, and then this is the step that I'm going to take based on my intention. This is what I'm going to talk a little bit more of. It's interesting. I've never done these like quick versions of the chakras, so I'm learning here as we go today. This I feel like I want to talk to you a little bit more. So in your throat chakra, we have the Fool, and the Fool is new journeys here, and that's why this came up in terms of what are you speaking, what is your truth, when to speak your truth, and when it's actually better not to. In terms of that, it's just a waste of energy. It's just speaking to a wall. It doesn't get you anywhere, right? So the Fool here is that this is a new journey for you. Maybe you have started to, and I can feel that too, of like, especially with all this in you, you've started to see that, okay, well, I have to speak what's in me and my truth and my intuition. You have to start saying that out loud. However that shows up for you, since it's a general reading, it can show up in many different ways. I'm also feeling really strongly here, you have set boundaries, and you're learning how to set boundaries verbally, in a sense, in terms of speaking your needs, saying like, hey, this can be just in the family, or with your closest ones, and with yourself, of like, okay, this is what I need for self-care right now. And this might have been something that has come up for you with the eclipse season, especially now, yesterday with the eclipse in Taurus, especially, of just like, what routine do you have to take care of yourself for your physical, mental, and spiritual well-being, and learning how to speak your needs, and then how to act on them, going back to your heart, of like, okay, be intentional, and then take step after step, working diligently to build that up, right? So this is my encouragement to you, is that keep practicing that, because that is boundaries, speaking your needs and speaking your truth. That is setting boundaries in many different ways, both with yourself and then with your close ones. If you have a family and have to say like, hey, I need some alone time. I know I'm a mom. It's like, when and I don't have my daughter full time, but when we need alone time, when we just need to verbalize that, know that you're actually, especially for you who are in a family and have children, know that what you're actually teaching them by saying, I need some alone time, even when they're just like, I need you, is that you're actually teaching them sovereignty, and you're teaching them that it's okay for them too to express their needs, which children usually do. Healthy children usually do that, but it's okay for you to say that I need some alone time. I need to fill my cup. I need to take care of myself. And I'm going to prioritize myself in front of our children. And this is something that, it depends on where you've grown up, obviously, and who you have around you, culture-wise and religion-wise and society-wise, however. But this is something that that often, especially as moms, I would say, get like overridden, is that our children comes first. Yes, of course. And we're not only a parent. You have to allow yourself to be a woman or a man too, and having your own needs and fulfillment. That doesn't only have to do with your children. So what you're teaching them is that as they grow up and as they are, interacting with others, it's okay to say, this doesn't resonate with me, or I need to take care of myself a little bit extra. That doesn't mean I love you less. It just means that I'm also taking care of me, so I can fill my cup, so I have more to give to you. So that was that's going to resonate with some of you, and some not, maybe. But regardless of your then obviously family situation, speaking your truth. And what I'm feeling here too, for some of you, it's going to be not just about your needs, but it's actually about your truth, like those things that we keep hidden about ourselves, that we really that's really important for us. For some of you, that can be like coming out of the spiritual closet, choosing to believe in magic, choosing to believe that we can indeed manifest our dreams, and the most impossible dreams, because a lot of people are not on that, they just don't have that belief, and then they won't. It's so interesting. This has come up a lot with several of my clients lately, and it's something that I just stand for too. And if you've followed me for a while, if you've been in my Facebook group for the last few years, then you know that part is that the more we focus on synchronicities, the more we focus on our intuition and on magic, the more it shows up, and then we defy all odds. Life becomes magic. So for some of you, that's going to resonate too. It feels like a risk. It feels like that it's a new journey. It's a new journey that you're entering, and it could feel like, oh my gosh, this is something that I'm not mastering. And that's why the Fool is like it feels like you're about to step off the cliff into the abyss and the unknown, and it can feel super risky. It can feel super scary. But coming from someone, I've changed my life several times over, and these last 2 years have changed. Everyone that I hang out with now, I make sure it's someone that's completely aligned, that I can be fully me with, that I can show every single part of me. I'm not hiding. I'm not like people pleasing. Every relationship that I have is phenomenal. Everyone that's coming into my life is completely like-minded, and just like I just have beautiful relationships at this point, because I have chosen to, and I know how hard it is to have not chosen your family, and sometimes also simply setting those boundaries and not choosing certain friends. However that plays out for you, I certainly know how you feel in that, but I can also say that when you do that, when you honor yourself, and spend your time more with people that you can be all of yourself with, only amazingness comes out of that. And that's going to reflect in everything, any relationship that you have, not only family and friends, but also colleagues and people that we work with, people that we randomly meet, partners, like in every way, even like randomly, like I don't know, the doctor you go to, or who you meet in the store, who you chat with in the grocery store. Like I just, yeah, it gets to be amazing. I was just at the dentist this morning, for example, and of course I get the assistants that we just instantly start talking about channeling and mediumship and all this stuff, and she was so interested in that, and she was, and it's not something that you might choose to talk about with everyone. I do, because this is me. I'm not hiding any part of me, and if someone is not on that wavelength, well, then we find that out, right? But because of that, I have these amazing random conversations. Of course, those are the people that I find and that I interact with in any way in my life. Anyway, so that's really for you. That's what's coming up mostly for you. I am going to, who picked this pile, I'm going to just mention, as I said, if you want to look into the other cards, if that's helpful for you as well. Third eye is the Hermit. So I would really say here something that I kind of teach a lot of my clients is that we don't always have to have an open third eye. Because sometimes we're just, depends on where you're coming from and how we've used it. You just used to be on high alert and feeling in everyone. And so your third eye can that way be like a little bit open. This has a connection to what I just talked about here. I'm feeling it in my throat. I always take cues like this because I do feel quite a lot as I'm channeling. So there's something here connected. So with the Hermit here, definitely allow yourself to simply close it and turn it in instead. It's not about closing it. It's about turning it in instead, so that you have a clear channel and a peaceful channel for you. Okay. And then crown chakra, Ace of Pentacles. I'm not going to go into it too much now because of these short readings, but this is just showing more stability. The Pentacles being that earth, like you're getting, this is in your crown, right? You're opening up that portal, and when you do, the universe is just handing you abundance and stability is what I'm getting as well. Anyways, I'm gonna leave that at that and go on to the next card. Is there anything else? Right, and then just to kind of, sorry, I do have to, there's definitely throat chakra work here. So coming back to the original card here is just about that. Who do you talk to? Where do you waste your time? Because it's not going to be received. It's simply not. So just making sure that if you're trying to get something from someone that's not capable to give you that, whatever that is. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm going to wrap that up there. That's for pile number 1. If you want to go deeper, obviously, as I said, I have a few days open now for the rest of the year. So make sure that you get your full chakra reading if you want a card reading, 45 minutes, or if you want to then combine it with the energy session where we can actually I'll hold you through some of these deep tools that is coming up in the reading. I will help you with that. All right, so pile number 2 is a malachite. And I'm just going to write that down. Let's see, 24, wherever we were, 08, I think. Okay, so pile number 2, your theme card before we go into the chakras is trust. Working on trust. This is going to resonate different for you because it's a general reading, but I feel like so much of this is trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting your heart. and it's also then obviously then trusting the universe, trusting that we're guided. But I feel strongly that for you who chose pile number 2, you're probably working with trusting yourself more and taking action on your intuition, and also just trusting yourself. Trusting yourself. We are all unique and beautiful in our uniqueness, and everyone's journey look different. We're not the same as anyone else. So trust yourself. Always choose you and your uniqueness and your intuition, and allow yourself to be different, to be unique, and let that shine. Okay, so what I'm doing here, since I'm doing the full chakras, I'm gonna mention all cards, just if you want to go deeper, or if you're already doing tarot. But I'm going to intuitively pick one of the chakras, since these are shorter readings. Let's see here. That I feel is a priority for you who are listening here. And then if you want to go deeper, if there's any other message, I'll leave that up to you to dive deeper with these cards. As I said, these readings are usually 45 minutes when I do them one-on-one, so that's why I'm picking just one. So with going through all the chakras first, just to mention them. Oh, so I think we're doing root chakra here for you, but starting off in your root chakra is the 7 of Cups. So this is obviously it is options. Like, you have all these like tools and everything at hand, and this is a part of it is choosing how to use them, and trusting that you do have all these tools. With this coming up in the root chakra, it's full. That's about your foundation. That's about your belief of who you are, what the world is, how the world works. It's like you feel that's your platform that you stand hopefully steady on, right? But with this card showing up here, is to make sure, I feel like you might not always trust that you have all these tools within. We all have solutions within us. We all have everything we need within us, because when we trust ourselves and our intuition, we'll be guided, even if it's like through someone else, we'll be guided to that opportunity. So from that standpoint, we have all the solutions to create our most amazing life and to heal and to do all the things within us. We're always guided to the right places and the right people and the right time and all of that, right? When we operate from our intuition. So this is what you're working on. With the 7 of Cups too, that can be like confusion, because there's so many options. What do I choose here? What's the options? And that's what I'm feeling, that you're not fully grounded in, this is me, here's my tools. Right now I'm choosing this tool. It's like it can show up as like, scatteredness, and you're not actually focusing on centering and grounding yourself. With that said, I do have my grounding meditation here on YouTube. That's free. I also have my meditation package, which is 12 or 13 with a free grounding meditation. Meditations and almost 6 hours of meditations for everything. So anyways, if you feel like, okay, I need grounding, I need centering, that free one, guided grounding meditation that I have here on YouTube is there for you. Just scroll down in my channel and you'll see it. There might be something that I want to kind of circle back to here, but let's just mention the other chakras too, and then that way you can go deeper into them if you feel like, that was for me too. I'm going to read more about that card, or if you already know or intuit about a card. In the sacral, you have the Star card, which is like the sacral chakra is creativity, it's sexuality, it's passion, it's life force energy, it's money, it's all of that. And the Star, for me, what I'm feeling here is creativity. Like it's all lush here, and it can feel really naked, because it's when we are in our creative zone, we're open. That's our uniqueness that comes up. So, but this is also like a really beautiful like lucky card wishes coming through. So I feel like that's just whatever you're doing, that keep doing it, keep being in your creative genius, because it's all happening, and it's going to be, it nurtures you too so much to be oh yeah, you're doing quite a lot of nurturing here too, because you have the Empress in your solar plexus. So that's also, and if you're not doing it, both of these cards is definitely showing you that you need to nurture yourself, which might, be really coming in, like nurturing yourself so that you can ground in and fill your cup so that you can feel more stable in yourself. Sometimes too, I'm not going to go into it too much, but for you who are into astrology, it depends on if like when you're in a 4th house annual perfection year, and that's every 12 years. So when you're 39, and then 12 years back or 12 years up. I just went through one last year. It's from your birthday to your next birthday. That's your fourth house. That's about some people talk about it as, oh, well, that's your home and where you live, and are you going to move, all those kind of things. But it's also where you come from, your original family. But for me, that's also about your beliefs, just like the root chakra. It's your belief of, what do you believe life is? What do you believe you are? Meaning, what tools do you have? What do you believe about your own abilities? We all have our full potential lacks nothing. But sometimes it's harder to see that. And sometimes we have to do a lot of healing because we've been fed in one way or another when we were younger, that we're not enough, that we're not worthy, or that we're not enough in who we are, or whatever that is. Sorry, my hair is keep getting in my... anyway, so distraction, right? Scatterness. And that's why you're being called to nurture yourself so much, nurturing so that you can stabilize in your self-confidence as well. So if you're not already doing it, you might already be doing it, but keep doing it because it's having really good results, okay? With the Hermit here in your heart chakra, this is also this is time for you to really go within. And if you're already doing it, keep doing it, because there's more things to unravel here. The Hermit is not only going within, but it's also that reflection of your soul journey, and that's what I love too. That's a part of what I do mostly. I am good at seeing people's soul journey, seeing the higher perspective. This is kind of where you are in this life on the soul journey. So it's a reflection of that. The Hermit is like, okay, where am I, and what is my journey right now? Where am I on my soul journey? And then in the throat chakra, the Wheel of Fortune. So this is telling me to kind of say it quicker, is that you are good at expressing yourself. It's not the World card, but it is still a major arcana, and it's the Wheel of Fortune. So you are at that kind of midway point. You have expressed a lot, and it's now kind of your choice. Do you want to keep doing that? Keep doing it. Are you doing it to the right people, kind of thing? But it's it's a harmonious card in terms of you kind of completing a cycle, or maybe it's about one conversation that you have just had or about to have that is going to complete a pattern within you or for both of you. So that's good. Beautiful. So this is what I'm going to go into a little bit more too here, because then in your third eye, you have the Two of Pentacles. And then I'm just going to mention the crown is the Emperor. So this is you're really stable in believing in or having this connection to the divine, but you might have to work it through so that you have that stability, so that you trust the connection that is really stable. You might just not see it. That's what's how this kind of landing. You might not see that, wow, you have this, you get guidance, you get downloads, intuition all the time, but are you trusting it so that you can pull it all the way down and have that as your foundation, that this is who I am, and I am guided all the time. Anyway, so that's good. I'm just going to go back to the third eye here and the Two of Pentacles. This can feel like you are, well, juggling a lot, but it might be overwhelm. And when that shows up in the third eye, how I would see this is that you are you might be overwhelmed because you're taking in too much energy. It's interesting because I did mention that it was a different card in the first pile, but and this shows up for so many of my clients that I actually teach that it's okay not to just be open. We get, especially in like spiritual communities and whatnot, like, oh, it's good to open up your third eye, open up to your intuition. Yes, but when you have grown up maybe in an environment where you were the caretaker for people, even for your parents, or if you didn't know what you would get and it would kind of keep you on your tippy toes if you have a nervous system that was wired for that, or if you're just, that giver, that like, okay, making sure that everyone else feels good, then you have to learn that you can close the third eye chakra and not close it like this as a wall, but close it in and focus it inward instead, because you have the same intuitive connection inward. So with this, I feel like you might be overwhelmed because you're actually taking on, you have your feelers out all the time and you feel everyone. And with this is something that I do with so many of my clients because it's my specialty. I am really good at energetic boundaries and see them and strengthen them. And if your boundaries have been walked over, especially early on, that's just a pattern that kind of keep repeating itself throughout your life in any area, really. And then you have to, and you are probably someone who gives a lot and that cares a lot. And I'm not saying to stop that, but I'm saying that if you're overwhelmed, then, and also then scattered, then that means that you're not taking the time to center yourself enough. A little bit of tough love here. You can keep doing this if you want to, but you're going to deplete yourself. And if you don't want to do that, you have to learn to prioritize yourself and center. That's what that grounding, why that came in. Whatever meditation that you do, meditation is such a beautiful tool for so many reasons. I can talk about that for a long time, but you need to find how to center yourself. And when we do, that's a muscle that needs practice and that needs upkeep. So if you're not great at it, if you forget it, then do it more, right? And make that commitment to yourself if you want to have more peace within. It's so interesting. This is something that comes in so often with my mentorship clients, and that I take through really big transformations. I mean, we heal in pretty much my one of my mentorships, which is 8 sessions. We heal deep trauma, however that has shown up in your life, and we open to manifesting your dream life. But the thing that happens is that you land in peace in yourself, peace and trust in yourself. And when you reach that point in yourself, then you can manifest anything because you know your strength. Anything can happen on the outside, and you know how to center yourself. You know your strength. You can always come back to that. And that can only be felt. We can understand some part of it, but until you actually really land and feel that, your life is different. Your life is changed when you do that. And that gets a bunch of yummy, what's the word? I got a Swedish word in there. Circumstances. Anyways, then all the outer circumstances are just going to align to that. But that's what I feel here. That's for you who picked this pile number 2. That's the message for you. Okay. Focus in. Otherwise, you're just going to keep repeating. You have to make that change of not always taking care of everyone else. You have to start prioritizing you when it's the hardest thing to do. If you want to make a change in your life, if you want people to see you and take care of you, you have to start taking care of yourself. Sorry for being a little bit hard, but I just want you to love yourself. Okay. More. Okay. Beautiful. And if you need support and help in this, as I said, this is what I do. And if you need help and support in setting those boundaries and prioritizing yourself, it's a commitment to yourself. And so I have those sessions open for individual readings or for energy sessions too, because this is like, we're going deep here to see like, why do you keep doing this, right? So, and as I said, so that you can become your own sun with all the blessings and with all that radiance that it comes with. Anyways, as I said, I am going to raise the prices at the end of the month on that and my mentorship, about 25%, so substantial. So if you want that support, if you want to change this within you, I suggest that you go and take care of yourself and book a session if you feel called to. All right, lovelies. Let's see here. So, 4, pile number 3. I'm just writing the timestamps here. Pile number 3 is lapis lazuli, and your focus card is love, 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 love. Okay, and we'll see how it shows up here in the chakras. This can definitely be self-love. It can obviously be something that you're deepening with someone or someone you're coming into your life. But a lot of self-love and self-care here is what I'm sensing. Okay, so let's see how these show up for you in your chakras. And since this is a general reading, some of it may resonate and some not. So just trust your intuition of the message that's here for you. As I said, to these readings, the chakra readings that I do is usually about 4 to 5 minutes long. So I'm going to pick one that intuitively stands out for me and talk more about, but I'm going to mention all, let's see here. I'm going to mention all of them. So if you do want to dive deeper, if you already know tarot, if you want to do your own research, if you feel called to like, oh, I really want to look into this card as well because it holds a message, I'll mention all of them for you. So root chakra, Ace of Pentacles. This is new stability. Root chakra for me is so much of it's the foundation that you stand on, the beliefs that you have, how anchored you are within yourself, but in your kind of belief in that foundation as you stand on. So with the Ace of Pentacles, if you haven't already gotten, this is like new opportunities, new offer, very like, it definitely material, money, all that, but just like really grounding offers. And you might have given yourself that already, or the universe is about to give you that. That is just maybe for some of you, maybe that is coming in because you have rephrased your belief of who you are and how life works, right? And so that you're getting more offers and stability because of that too. I'm not going to go in more to that, but then in the sacral chakra, we have the King of Cups. We'll see which one we pull out here, but I did feel something here. The sacral chakra is all, it's emotions, it's sexuality, it's passions, it's life force energy, it's money. This could be, this is 2 meanings here. So it could be for some of you, it's just like, yep, I am emotionally sovereign. I'm emotionally intelligent. I do feel really fulfilled and creative and nurtured in your passions. But it could also show up as an indication that you might be too cool with your emotions, that you might not let everything up. It could be a little bit of I'm just sensing for some of you, but that might resonate since it's a general reading. Never be afraid of your emotions. Your emotions are, is your wealth, is always showing you what you are, where you are at the moment and what you need to pay attention to. Our emotions is, it's beautiful. And we can never escape them. And if we try to push them down, they're just going to come up and bite you in whatever way, right? That's how the universe does. So for some of you, that's just a little nudge there. In the solar plexus, the magician. So into all of these chakra readings, I've gotten so many of the major arcana. I love it. So the magician here is this is what we're gonna, let's see here, the heart. Oh, interesting. So the Magician is about using your tool. It's a manifestation card. With this showing up in your solar plexus, this has to do with your self-confidence, knowing that you can manifest with this in your root chakra. You might already know it, but it might also be new to you, of just like, wow, pay attention to what you've already manifested and what you are manifesting in your life, and make sure that you use all the tools that you have in order to manifest what it is that you want and your desires. I think we're gonna leave it for now, and then see here with the in the heart. It's coming back to the love here. With the Four of Wands, this is obviously, I mean, they're getting married, they were already or gotten married. This is like bringing in stability, and celebration, definitely too. So for some of you with the love card here, this is probably some of you, this resonates with where you are, or where you're deepening a beautiful relationship, or have a new, wherever you are in your relationship, or even if it's a new date, or if it's a partner, it's something that's really deepening here, and that's beautiful. For some of you, and this is just showing that you are, whatever you're doing and using your tools, you are stabilizing your belief in yourself. With the love card, and with that being self-love as well, is that keep doing this, because you are getting more and more stable in your belief in yourself and in your heart, okay? And in your intuition with that too. There's something here. I think there's another thread. I'm going to come back to this card, I feel like. But I'm going to leave it for now. In the throat chakra is the Empress. So definitely keep nurturing your, speaking your truth and speaking your needs. Yeah, I mean, self-care here. This might be with your loved ones if you are in a relationship, or just with the people that are close to you. So keep speaking your truth, so that you can fill your cup, okay? That's definitely a priority. I feel like all these cards are just showing that, okay, this is kind of what I'm going to single out for you here in this reading, is that keep nurturing, keep speaking your truth, keep nurturing yourself, especially with this showing up as the focus card here. It's important that you take care of yourself, because and I'm actually starting to feel it now too. Some of you are definitely feeling drained, so you need to hear this. Some of you are already doing it, but you can never take care of yourself too much, so to speak, unless like whatever, the Hangman is coming up, or you know, the Chariot, or something that calls for like, okay, you've taken care of yourself, now it's also time to act on that, right? But that's a different thing. I feel like for most of you, at least, who are listening and chose this pile, this is about keep nurturing your heart, fill your cup. You really, it's really a priority to fill your heart here, your emotional needs. So make sure that you are speaking to the right people that will give you what you need emotionally as well. I'm feeling that because it's showing up so much in the heart too. It would be a little bit different showed up in different chakras, but yeah, maybe you've been working on these, as I said, like the lower chakras of like, yeah, I'm manifesting this, and I'm, you know, manifesting this, you know, financial stability or whatever that is. Or you might have worked hard for it, so it's coming in now. And because of that, you have to, wherever you are there, you do have to nurture yourself and fill your cup. Like, I feel like you need to sleep and then do everything else that really fills you up to having alone time. But you know, some of you might, and hello, we're just coming off of the eclipse season here, okay? You might just have to integrate. Integrating is a really important part when we do our processing, our shadow work, healing work. It's like, yes, we do it and we like feel it and we're like, everything is landing and all that. And then we need integration. We need to let it land inside our body. Okay, just because we've understood it here, and even if it's landed like, oh, the insight landed in your heart, your body, your nervous system, everything has to have time to land and to kind of like relearn, reprogram. Okay, so for you, I feel like definitely rest here is important. When the third eye is the Emperor. So that's pretty good. I feel like you've learned, and with the Magician showing up here, like you've learned to trust yourself more and more. That's good. You have a stability in that. Just, I'm kind of something for some of you. The message here is to make sure that you're flexible, that you're not too rigid in your like, okay, this is how life works, or in your expectations of like, I've gotten this vision, so I'm gonna hold on to it. It's like, I know how it is to get visions. I have worked in this, I've channeled for whatever that is, 16 years now, or whatever it is, 18, 17, whatever. It's like we get messages, and sometimes because other people are involved, our future is not always showing up the way we thought it would, or things are not always happening the way we think, but we still need to get that message and intuition when we get it, because it makes us maybe act a certain way, or it makes us work through a certain way, it makes us take action, or maybe speak to someone in a certain way because of it. But then it's also about detachment to the outcome here. You are an amazing manifester. Everything that you want is going to come to you. But be aware that it might come in a different way, in a different shape or form, in a different person that you are thinking it would. So that's like, yes, you do have this stable in your third eye, I feel it, but make sure that you're flexible. It's not about not believing it. Just believe it, but just be flexible and trust the universe that everything that will fulfill you, everything that you desire will come to you. Okay, just leave the how and the when open to the universe. Okay, and then in your crown chakra, you have the Queen of Cups here, which is a really intuitive card too. It's someone that's really emotional, intelligent, that is again, since it's in your crown, right? You believe in your intuition, so keep following it, keep practicing that muscle to take action on your intuition too, and nurture yourself. Like, this is also someone that's really good at nurturing your own well-being. Cups is all about emotions as well. So intuitive card, as well as it comes through here in the reading, like nurturing you. Trust your intuition on how you need to nurture yourself. Obviously, reach out for support, whatever that is. If it's a massage, if it's a therapist, if it's a coach, if it's a session energy worker, time alone, whatever that is for you. Make sure with all these nurturing cards here and the love card showing up, make sure that you fill your cup and nurture yourself. When you learn to, the more we learn to ask for help or prioritize ourselves in going to, people that take care of us, we learn to receive, because we give that to ourselves, prioritize ourselves. So it's a really, really important thing to be with and to learn and to keep doing. Okay. And with that said, obviously I have those few sessions for the rest of the year up on my schedule. So make sure that you catch them. Catch them now before they sell out, and also if you want it for the current price, because I'm about to raise the prices at the end of the month with almost 25%. So I'm here for you. Okay, and go to whoever you feel called to. Do that work, but really make sure that you fill your cup. All the links are below. Hit the like button if you like this. Subscribe obviously to the channel, send this out, share this with other people, that your friends, family, whoever you think needs these readings and can be helped by them as well. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. It's 3:33 here now. How amazing is that? We're always so guided. Okay, that's an extra message. You got a bonus message here at the end. Okay, you go and take care of yourself, integrate, nurture yourself, and love yourself. Okay? Mwah. Love you. Bye.